Welcome, welcome Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and Soulmate. I am Key, and this is our doorway. As we enter the doorway towards the Akashic Records Library, this is to find out or to read what is a past gift that will be not only used in the present, but will be used in the future. So, let's see what's in store emotionally, energetically for Earth signs and Soulmate from January the 16th to 31st, 2019. As your key, I'm here to also let you know that we hold the 12 zodiac signs within us. So if this reading does not resonate with you, check out the other Akashic Records stars, the other stars, to see what reading does resonate with you. If you would like to have me as a personal key, guide, trainer, the description box below will let you know how to contact me and how for me to unite with you once more. So, God, Gaia, God, Goddess. Mother, Father, what present gift from the past that Capricorn and Soulmate. Okay. Okay, coming out, guys. What will be taking place emotionally, energetically? For Virgo, Capricorn, Soulmate. What will take place emotionally, energetically from January the 16th to January the 31st, 2019. Emotionally, energetically for Capricorn, Soulmate. Emotionally, energetically for Soulmate. Okay. Let's see what's going on here. Ooh, all right. Okay. What's this? Points to feminine, I see. Or Virgos. As your key, we hold the masculine, feminine, and soul within us. We hold the Trinity. I know this is a new year. So with new year, a new phase of understanding. We always notice through the doorway that when we speak of the masculine, feminine, and soulmate, it goes hand in hand. Okay? So, Taurus, your past, you have been about the community. How to commune in your community. How to connect to your community on a more subconscious level, subconsciously, you have been the builder, Taurus. Now, in your present, you want to build again, but have a deeper bond in what you're building in your community. That's your present gift to yourself that you have learned from your past. Taurus, you know how to teach, train, and show people how togetherness does make a treasure, and that treasure is in the form of community. Virgo, masculine, feminine soul within you, the Trinity in you, and your past, living or leaving, has always led to understanding life in a more longevity level. You've seen that leaving gave you understanding of what you wanted to, or what you want to validate in your world. That by traveling, it has taught you how to be that trainer. When you traveled, it was to learn something, to learn exactly what is necessary to teach another. That is what your present gift from your past wants you to know. That whenever you leave or travel, it is and has always been to learn, and from learning has led you to lead. Lead based on what you have learned through your travels. In your present, when you are traveling, everything that you travel towards is not just for the destination, but it's also to use in teaching. It's like a vacuum. Learning all you can. So when leaving, you know exactly what town or what people would truly need what you have learned and what you have seen. Capricorn. Wow. In your past life, you have captivated people that you have loved. And how you did that is by your outlook on life. That's what fascinates people around you. How you captivate life and how you connect people in that captivation. That in your present life, you're using that as I want to say a leverage, but like a level in building. I'm getting like as if you're building on love, not just experiencing it only. That's what your present gift is from your past. That how you're looking at love is how you want to lead in your life. How you look at love is how you want to lead. How will you be doing this, Trinity? Well, let me find out, Trinity, because we have the 4 pillars now. Soul is always present. So soulmate. Your past life, you have search the meaning of what is it to synchronize with male and female. In sync. It's like thinking of something, then your partner says it. Your partner thinks it, you say it. How to get that synchronicity and alignment. That has been your search. And you have found a solution. Acknowledging that both is existing. Both want to bond. Both want to build. How? Maybe they just didn't know. So you had to experience that soul. So in order for you to know how to mate another, it would be not just magnetic, but mending anything that can cause disharmony. So four elements. The four directions. Or now we can't say Trinity anymore. We will have to say the compass. The Trinity now has a way of connecting. How do we want to connect? Well, let's see. Compass of the earth sign. COMPASS. See. First week. Taurus. You're in the house of the lovers. Yes, the lovers is Gemini. So you will be communicating to your loved ones. To your lover and loved ones in your community. Or, the people you love is now your community that you want to commune with. Understanding now. Okay, so Taurus, the people you love in your life, you want to commune and communicate with. You want to have a better connection with, collaboration with, and like any communal living, commerce with. So you're stepping into the house of Virgo. Is how you want to, what is it that you want to give in making a commune? What do you want to give as an offer in communication? So that, Taurus, when you receive that reaction back emotionally, energetically, you'll feel it matches with it. That way, it is building the community. So, you're experiencing more intimate relationships. So, carefully weigh your decisions. When we weigh our decisions, we're putting not just how we want to walk in the love, but how others that we do love may want to walk in it with us. It's like without being physically connected to them, still having that connection because of that love, to know how can that be more grounded. When we're doing that, we will have the good health. First week, Virgo. You're stepping into the High Priestess. You're in that second house. We were just talking about you. Now, you're talking about the Taurus. So, Taurus, if you are collaborating or communing with Virgos, they will also allow, or not allow, but they will teach you what to validate, what to set your vows on. Virgo, you're the High Priestess in the first week. You're the prime two. You know what you see as and know as valuable. And it is equally yoked with the standards. Now you're seeing how you want to teach or train. You have Archangel Haniel to hand you the book of knowledge, the Akashic records, not just within you, but of the universe, to know when you are leaving to lead people. You know exactly how the travels that you have traveled in the last 2 years, 2 months. Why do I feel 2 years the most? 2 months gives you that groundingness to know how you want to grow. But looking back at the 2 years and seeing how within the 2 months recently, from January to December or November, December of last year, has given you, again, that leverage to lead and train in what you want to teach. So, you're listening to your intuitions, Virgo. Have patience, like Taurus, and consider carefully what you want before acting. What we want sometimes is not exactly what we need, or what we want is exactly what we need, but we need to know that for sure. I could want candy. I could want a lot of things. But is it what I really need? Or how can I make that want turn into a need? Or has it been there all along? That's what you're knowing or being led to feel emotionally, energetically to find that antidote. Capricorn, you are the queen of water the first week. You're stepping into your queendom. You all about the community. Like Taurus, you're all about reaching out, traveling to connect people to another resources that fits for them. You're all about the family, people in your life, whether it be work, job, partner, friend, anyone, anything that you connect to is like family to you. It is family. It is an extension of family to you. And how you are realizing that in the first week is by stepping into the queen of your world. Queen is all about being a strategist. And a strategist means that you have looked at every soul that you are protecting, loving, preparing with, and how you want to connect to that is by stepping into the queendom, being a strategist. You know how to calculate. Now you're seeing how that calculation leads into strategy. A lot of times people think that strategy is just thinking. No, it's a pre-thought before reacting, before the emotional, energetic action. So, you're going to be tender-hearted, empathetic, and empathic on what leads you to love in life. So, relationships develop to a new level. Trust your intuitions. Care for yourself. Care. Capricorn with the C. Care. Now it's time to care for yourself. We care for ourselves, but what way do we show that strategy of caring for ourselves in the world? That's what you're doing. In the first week, soulmate. Emotionally, energetically, you're experimenting. Okay, now that makes sense. You were seeking out. You now have the solution. Now you're seeing how to make those changes in your environment based on what you have solved, and how to mend male-female matters. How to be a a mate, you're seeing requires to be in a house of Leo. You're becoming the leader in your environment, and you're using what you have learned in the basis of male and female matters or relationship or relation, how they relate to each other. You're using that in your environment. You're seeing how that does relate to your finances. The solution or the way you're mending or trying or will be making the female and male relationship work. You're seeing how it does connect to your finance. You're seeing how this has been not only a solution, but it has came from sadness before. If you are becoming an entrepreneur or starting your own business and you're concerned about your partner not seeing not a promise of it, but the actual prosperity, you're figuring out how to use the will or the wheel of fortune to help navigate your environment. So if you're concerned about money, the wisdom to accept help from others. If you're a male, it's okay to accept help from a female. If you're a female, it is okay to accept help from a male. Why would we have both male and female if we cannot help each other? Or you want to only go to help when it comes for light solutions or light problems, but may be concerned about the medium or heavy problems in your environment. That is really the time to connect to your partner, because it's all right to receive light help. But we know for sure when the tough gets going, like the tough stuff, that we know that our partner, including us, can truly help. See how that will be affecting you, guys, the following week. Taurus. Okay, 4. You're in the 4th house of Cancer. You're seeing how you do connect to the core values of your community, and you're building now on your foundation. You're seeing that the love of your life is there to build a foundation with. The love of your life, the lovers, the people you love in your life, Taurus, are here to build a foundation with you. They have Cancerian in their chart. Yes, they are very driven. They have determination and the desire to build a foundation with you. Now it's time to connect with them and see how you can make a community or communion together. Union of the lovers to make a foundation. Union of the lovers to make a foundation, Taurus. You have the 4th house, the core. Your core thoughts of community connects with your partner. Now it's time to start figuring out how to make that foundation. And you have the passion, both. So, Virgo. Well, wow. I felt that when speaking to the soulmate. Okay. Virgo, you're in the 10th house. I see how everything is synchronized. No matter if we talk about masculine, feminine, soulmate, we have them inside of us. You're seeing that now. Now you're stepping into the 10th house. Your opposite sign is Pisces. You're about to become High Priestess. Virgo, you're about to become not only just a High Priestess, but you're becoming a pioneer. You're becoming Piscean of your world. You're helping whatever you have learned, wherever you have traveled in the past 2 months, 2 years, will be utilized in your now, in your world. You're in the house of Capricorn. You're going to be captivating a lot of people in your community. People are going to want to connect to you based on what captivates you, what you want to teach. That's the thing that you love, like Capricorn had to experience in the past and see how to use in the present and the future. How the Taurus had to learn where the teachings and the training has led them to in their present. Even how the soulmate and wanting to mend female-male relations. Now, Virgo, you have the validation to make those vows, or to see that your validation will make victory. Because you're in the house of Capricorn. You are going to be captivating people in your world based on your teachings and your training and what you have learned. So, a time of positive change in the second week, Virgo. A situation suddenly moves forward. Fortune is on your side. So, we heard about you, Capricorn, through Virgo. Let's see. Wow. So, like soulmate. Even like Taurus. Taurus, Virgo. But more connected to the soul. You, Capricorn, in the second week, are seeing how you want to make those changes in your atmosphere. You are becoming a leader in your atmosphere. Yet, people are looking to learn from you in your atmosphere. That's what it is. You are a queen already. And as a queen, people are looking up to you. They're leaning on you in your atmosphere. And you're seeing how that is, if you trying to get that reassurance, am I really stepping into the queen role? Am I really becoming or building a castle in my community, in my world? Do people really look to me for a core understanding of what they need to, or what they want to make in their community, in their world? So, if you're feeling like a choice that you are making is unwise, look at how. If it's an unwise choice, it had to be wise to begin with. What made it unwise? We can have a wise thought, but when we talk or walk in our world, sometimes the world in which we're walking gives us detours or stagnation, and that can become a worrisome problem. However, those stagnations, those stops and goes, is giving us a way to become more, not just a strategist in the first place, but to understand that that strategy has a source to it. We wouldn't just strategize without having a source, without having a need to start something. And every time we start something in our atmosphere, in our world, yes, we're going to have people, places, and things to try to stop us, or to stop us. Not sometimes intentionally, maybe intentionally. But even that means that whatever we're doing is worth it. Or else no one would be around us even when we're walking in that. Even if we're activating that in our environment or activating that in our atmosphere. Whatever we consider wise, once we activate it, if it's really not that wise, people will not come to you to try to knock it down, to try to weave it to the right or to the left or anywhere else. And now you're seeing that. So learn what you can, Capricorns, on this situation. Review everyone's motives. Everyone's motives has an engine to it. Has a an impact to what you're doing. If you're noticing, everyone could be arguing around you about what you're doing, but yet they're arguing directly to you. Even if they're arguing to each other about you, it is still in the perimeter of you. So if that's the case, they're like a leader. It's always something to feel like lacking in. A leader, when leading, is always going to be a feeling of someone's going to talk about what I lack than what I have already led in or what I'm leading in. So listening and looking at everyone's motives or everyone's heart in the matter will show you exactly how to not just heal it, but how to use it in your atmosphere in a more effective manner. Capricorn, that's the second week. Okay, I've connected to the soulmate. We'll see why. 5 to 6. Okay. So, if you're connecting to a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or 5th house, Capricorn, if you're connecting to a Leo, if they're leaning on you or challenging you on how you are leading in your world, you're seeing that it is what the give and take is. Or is the changes, Capricorn, this changes for you, or is it changes for you and your loved one? Because sometimes when we make changes, a lot of times people think we're just making changes for ourselves, which can be. Depends on what time in our lives that we're doing this. But if you are having and experiencing love of life, Queen of Water, 5 of Air, this is not just for you. This is also for the love of your life in your environment. And maybe they need to know that. So, even if a Leo, yes, they're leaders. So you would never think that they would need to learn or like to know what you are building in your world for them. You'll be surprised. That's what makes a Leo more protective of their lioness. That's what makes a lioness even more determined to work with other lioness to make sure that when they come back home, they have every goods that is necessary for the king and the cubs and the tribe. So they're not just hunting for themselves. They're hunting for the community, for the people that they love. So, soulmate, second week, went from 5 to 6. So you understanding that the changes in your environment, you will be reciprocated from. You'll be getting back that same reaction you give in your environment, you will be returned to. And you're in the house of Virgo, a Taurus. You're seeing what you want to communicate with your loved one. You know now what you want to build with your partner. And you know how you want to have that core bond with each other. So, things are going to be looking up in the second week, soulmate. The end of a difficult situation. Taking a trip. Yeah. Taking a trip to see your loved one. Really hashing it out. Or just being around each other. This feeling blessed to have that person with you and you with them will give you that emotion and energy to know how to really commune with each other. So, compass, 4 pillars. You now know how you want to build in your community. What is your community? You now know. Who are in your community? Who is your circle of your community? You now know this. Now, you're going to connect to that. Connect to the people that you have made as a community. Collaborate with, love, level with, and lead together. You're not leading them. They're not leading you. You're leading together. Together. All right. If this reading from the Akashic records resonates with you, press the like button. The like button lets me know as a reader of the relics that I have read with, that I have walked with. See that the relic that has been read is real, is relative, and can be reacted in the now. That it's me, the fuel I need to move forward. The like button is my fuel. The like button is my food for me. Subscribing gives me the source, which you are, relics, to keep starting without stopping. And if I must stop, I know exactly how and why to give you guys relics, the real juice, the real, just the real. I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. We will see you on the other side.